What's up people, I hope you're all doing well, and I know it's been a while since I posted my last video, and that's because I had a few things come up that need my full attention, and now that I have my hands free, I'm definitely going to try to post a lot more frequently. But anyway, on to the topic of this video and what we're going to be talking about. I'm sure most of you who are subscribed to my channel best know me for a lot of the Fiverr content that I've been putting out over the past couple of months, and the reason I know this is because I've seen a lot of the positive comments that you guys have been leaving, so thank you for that. And the reason that I mention this is because I've come up with a video idea that I think you guys might like, which is where I basically go ahead and create a brand new Redbubble print-on-demand store from scratch. And basically the plan for this video series is for me to show you guys the whole process from start to finish as I build out the store and I create all the designs to go up on the store as well. And I'll try to give you guys at least 1 to 2 videos every month, which obviously shows you guys the updates and the progress of the store. And the reason that this came to mind is because a lot of you guys who seem to enjoy the Fiverr content also seem to enjoy the Canva stuff that I've been putting out as well. And for those of you who don't actually know what Canva is, it's basically a free online editing software where you guys can go to create t-shirt designs, logo designs, ad creatives, anything like that. Really, the list does go on. And my thought process behind this was, rather than constantly showing you guys how you can make money on Fiverr using Canva, I figured I'd also go ahead and actually show you guys some other alternatives and options as to how you can make money using Canva. So let me quickly explain to you guys what Redbubble actually is, because it's basically a print-on-demand platform where customers will come along and they will choose out cool and unique designs to have printed on white label products such as coffee mugs, coasters, t-shirts and stuff like that. So let me give you guys an example as me being the customer going on to Redbubble. What I'm doing as a customer looking around, I'm actually looking for the designs. I'm not looking for the products, because typically customers will know what they're looking for as they're going on to Redbubble. So I would go on there to look for the unique designs that I want on a coaster or a mug as an example. So once I've then gone ahead and found the unique designs that I want on this coaster and mug, that's when I'll actually then have the order fulfilled and purchased through Redbubble. What Redbubble then does is take those designs from the artist who has uploaded those designs and then actually have them printed onto their own white label products. And in this example, it would be my mug and coaster. So once they've had them printed, they will then ship them out to me within a couple of days. Okay, so now that I've given you guys a very brief explanation about Redbubble, hopefully you guys can actually see the potential that there is here to make some money on that platform. Because the great thing about this all is the fact that we don't need to be the supplier and we don't need to look out for any products or find any fulfillment service, as Redbubble does it all for us. All we have to do is basically become the artist for Redbubble and create the designs that the customers are going to choose from when they buy from Redbubble. So the beauty in this business model is the fact that once you've invested the time into creating these designs and then obviously pass them over to Redbubble, you're going to get paid every time someone purchases or buys a product using your digital asset. So you can literally be asleep one night and someone will be browsing through Redbubble, they happen to purchase a mug with one of your designs, and there you have it. You've just made money while you're sleeping, which is technically passive income, and this will obviously continue to happen for as long as you keep your designs up on that site. And then circling back to Canva, which is where you're actually going to create these designs, or should I say digital assets, and you can do this all for free. So all you have to do is invest a little bit of time into creating these designs, or should I say digital assets, and then once you've uploaded them onto Redbubble, you will literally be making passive income for as long as you want. So what I'm going to do in this video is basically show you guys the whole setup of my Redbubble store and just show you the whole process behind that. And I'm also going to go ahead and show you guys the process behind me creating the first few designs that are going to go up on the Redbubble store, and obviously this will be me using Canva to create those designs. So hopefully I can give you guys as much demonstration and guidance as possible throughout this video series and this process, so that way you guys can go out there and try it for yourselves. Okay, so with that being said, I'm now going to head back and get started on the process of setting everything up and getting it started. So first things first, I'm going to need to create around 5 different designs to basically start off with and have these initial designs ready to go for when I create and open up my new Redbubble store. And before I jump right into it and get going in creating these first initial designs, designs, what I'm going to need to do is actually take a look around Redbubble and see what sort of designs are actually selling and trending at the moment. This way I have a good idea of what sort of style I should be designing for. And of course I recommend that you guys do the exact same thing and take a look around on Redbubble for yourselves, as there's a very good chance that you guys may pick up on some designs and trending styles that I don't actually pick up on. Okay, so here I've just opened up Redbubble on my laptop, and what I'm going to do is take a look around on the front page to see what sort of designs Redbubble are actually pushing, because typically the designs that they're pushing on their front page are designs that they know will sell. So what I'm going to do is quickly take a look around and get an idea for the design styles that they're pushing. So if we scroll down, we can get an idea of the designs, and I'm also trying to keep in mind how easy these designs will be to make inside of Canva. So as an example, I know that these sort of designs, these pattern designs, they should be quite easy to make inside of Canva, but up here we see this poster design and these wall art designs. I think these will be a bit tricky inside of Canva. So when you guys are looking around on Redbubble for yourselves, make sure that you're looking for a design style that you know you can make inside of Canva. Okay, so just from taking a look around on the Redbubble front page, I was able to find a product that had a very unique design style pattern on it. So I then looked further into that design and the artist behind that design, and then came across their shop where they're basically selling a bunch of different design style patterns, which is great because I can then use this as inspiration for designs that I'm going to open up with my Redbubble store. So I know for a fact that I can create very similar designs to this inside of Canva. So that's what I'm going to do for the first initial 5 to 10 designs and test the waters with it. So now that we've got that out of the way and we now have a basic understanding of the designs that we know will sell well on Redbubble, we can now go ahead and actually start to look to create the first initial designs that we're going to open our Redbubble store with. Okay, so now that we've got Canva open, let's go ahead and get this first design done. So typically the first thing you're going to want to do is head over to the elements section, and here you're going to want to find a cool unique shape that you're going to use as your pattern. So I'm going to type in a leaf, and we'll try find a leaf element that we can use for our pattern. So let's have a scroll down. Oh, okay, I like this. So we'll drag and drop this one in and see if there's any other similar styles we can use. So we could use this one as well. So if we use those two, that would be quite handy. Yeah, I think those will work quite well. And I just want to make sure that you guys are aware, as almost a disclaimer, that you guys can't just drag and drop one single element into this design file here and then export it out and put it onto Redbubble, because that's where you guys will run into some copyright issues. So what you're going to want to do is if you're going to be using these elements, you need to make sure that you're changing the colors, you're adding text into it, you're adding more than one element, you're adjusting it. Otherwise, if you guys just simply take the elements straight out of Canva and export them and put them onto Redbubble, that's when you guys will run into some copyright issues. So make sure you guys are being careful when you do that. But anyway, back onto the design. I'm going to quickly alter this design, basically try to arrange some sort of pattern, and then I'll continue explaining everything to you guys after. Okay, so now that I've got the pattern arranged, what I'm going to do is now look to the colors and basically select a palette. So what we're going to do is go over to the more tab here, and then, oh no, actually style, sorry. And here we can actually pick a color palette. So I'm going to take a look around and find the perfect one for this design. Okay, so right off the bat, I think I might have just found the perfect color palette. So rather than having all of the leaves and elements the same color, I'm going to try and change one of them to this brown color they've got. I really like this color palette, but what I'm going to do is actually change the colors around. So have the leaves the brown color, and then these other elements the other color as well. Okay, so it turns out I didn't actually like that that variation, so I went back to the previous one. And I think the design is looking okay, but I think it needs one more thing. So it needs more in the background itself. So what we're going to do is go back to the elements tab, and I'm going to type in circle and try find something we can use as sort of to blend into the background. Okay, so I've just found the circular element that I was talking about. So I've now dragged and dropped it into the design, and I've positioned it to the back, so that way I know it's behind all of the elements and the leaves. So I've changed the color to white, and what we're now going to do is change the opacity and just get it to basically be act as a subtle element in the background. Okay, so I've just finished arranging the circle elements into the background. This way it just gives it a bit more character into the design. And I mean, overall, I think this design came out okay, considering I haven't actually designed or created any of these design styles before, so I think that came okay. And we also need to keep in mind that once we do start creating these sort of new style of designs, that as time goes on, the more that we create, we will of course get better at creating these designs, and this will then obviously mean more sales as we get better at creating these designs. So don't let that discourage you guys if you make your first, say, 10 to 20 designs and you don't get too many sales. Just know that it will be a process of you learning how to create these designs, and then once you do, you will definitely see a lot more sales and growth in your portfolio. But anyway, with that being said, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and create the last 4 designs that I spoke about, and rather than show you guys each one by one what I'm going to do, I'll actually just run you guys a time lapse of me creating them, and then we'll check back in once they're all done. Okay, so I've just finished up on the final 5 designs, and I hope you guys have been able to keep up with everything so far in this video, as I really want to make sure that I'm showing you guys the whole process from start to finish as I go ahead and create this Redbubble store. So I really do apologize if some parts do seem quite long. But anyway, now that we have the first initial designs that we can use to create our store, which I'll actually pop up on the screen for you guys now so you can take a look, we can actually now go ahead and start to create our Redbubble store. So let's jump into that now and get it going. So first thing we're going to want to do is go up to the Sell Your Art tab at the top here, then continue by clicking Start Selling. We'll wait for that to load. Okay, and now we have to give our information, which is our email, and create a username, so I'm going to quickly do that now. Okay, so now that I've filled out the information and I've made my username, which is just going to be Julian Adams, this way it will make it easier for you guys to actually find my store if you want to check it out. So let's go ahead and click sign up. Okay, so for the next step, what we're going to do is actually skip the main setting up of the shop just for now, and I will personally come back to it later, as all it is basically adding an avatar, cover image, a social link, a bio, and then I need to confirm my email address, my name, address, and payment details. But most of this here, it can actually be seen when you guys want to go check out my Redbubble store, so you can see what I've done there anyway. So rather than me bore you guys showing you what I'm going to be doing for my profile picture, let's go ahead and actually add one of the designs and get a first initial product up and live. So what we're going to do here is upload new work. So click that tab there. Okay, awesome. So now we need to figure out the title, the tags, and description. So honestly, I don't know what the title should be, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so here I've just finished filling out the title, tags, and description. So for the title, I've put minimal abstract leaf pattern, so very simple, very to the point. Tags, I've put leaf, pattern, abstract, minimal, pink, brown. So I've basically replicated the title in the tags, and I probably should come back to this and actually fill out some more, but as of now I just kind of want to show you guys the process of actually uploading your work and actually having them listed on products. So as I said, I will definitely come back to this to update it and give it a bit more information, so it's obviously good for SEO and makes it easier for customers to understand the design and stuff like that. So moving on down from that, this is where we will actually pick out the products that we think our designs will go well on. So as an example, you can see right off the first design we can see that my design doesn't actually fit on this t-shirt very well. So what we're going to do is click on here, so we disable it, and the same again. I personally don't think it looks very good on this t-shirt, so we'll scroll down until we find a product that we think will look okay. So as a sticker, I think that design should be okay. Same again with the phone case, I think that would be fine. Phone wallet should be fine. Pillow, yeah, that's fine. Not that one, because as we can see, it's left a white border around the design, so we won't be using that. Spiral, okay, so, and again, see, this would be quite cool as a hardcover journal, but as we can see, it has the white borders, so we won't be using that one, so we'll disable that. as a clock. I actually think that's quite cool, so we'll keep that ticked. Face mask, I think that works as a face mask, so we'll keep that one ticked. And then moving on down, yeah, we'll keep that one ticked now. Okay, so this is the last couple of steps. So this whole process of actually uploading your work and having it put up onto your portfolio on Redbubble is actually really simple and easy. You could probably have each design uploaded within about 2 or 3 minutes. Once you guys have got your title, your tags and your description sort of made up, and you know what needs to go in there, that will literally be the bulk of your time. And then obviously just ticking and making sure that your design will fit onto certain products. And then as we come down here, it is a design and illustration, and it is digital art. Is there mature content? Nope. Optimize. Yeah, I would leave that as optimized, so who can view your work? Anybody. Okay, and I have the rights to sell this product because we obviously now own this digital asset, which is what we spoke earlier on in the video. So yeah, that's my work now uploaded to Redbubble forever, which is hopefully going to make me some passive income. So we'll save that and let that process. Okay, and there we have it. Our design is now uploaded to Redbubble, and as you can see, here are the previews of all the products that I ticked. So we can see that most of them do fit very well. There isn't a border, they don't seem very distorted or sort of out of place on the product. Yeah, I think that's awesome. So now what you will want to do is actually upload the other designs and basically just fill out your whole portfolio. And what I might do now is actually do that now with the other 4 designs. So I'll do that, and I'll check back in with you guys once that's done. Okay, so now that we have everything set up on Redbubble and we have our first initial designs uploaded, all we can do now is continue to create more designs and basically expand our portfolio. So of course, the more designs we have, we should in turn see more growth and more sales that way. And of course, in this video I briefly brushed over the setup of the Redbubble store, as I don't want to make this video too long. So really I only showed you guys how to get the initial startup on Redbubble and upload your first few designs. So in the next video I'll make sure to update you guys and show you the process of actually optimizing your titles, your descriptions and your tags for your product listings. And I will actually show you guys how to add the profile picture and the cover banner and make sure that they actually stand out to the customers. So I hope this video has been of some use to you guys, and if it did, please make sure to drop this video a like, as it really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And what I will do is actually link my Redbubble store down below in the comments, so you guys can check it out there and maybe get some inspiration from my designs that I've uploaded. And I really hope that some of you guys watching this video actually go ahead and create your own Redbubble stores and join me on this journey, as I think it would be quite interesting to see how everyone does. And please feel free to comment any questions you have down below in the comments, or even leave a link to your own Redbubble store. That way we can all bounce off each other and give each other feedback and get some inspiration for design ideas. So for the next update on this video series, which will most likely be next month, I'll obviously go over the titles, descriptions and tags with you guys, and the profile picture and cover banner that I set up on the Redbubble store. And I also want to have realistically around 30 to 40 designs by that point in the portfolio, and it would be good if we actually made some sales by that point. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you guys can get updated the next time that I post on this video series. And for those of you who don't seem all too keen on this idea and this video series, not to worry, as I will still be posting a lot of Fiverr videos and side hustle videos as well. Anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and bye for now.